lot of time in health clinics, connecting people to reproductive health care and supporting them along the way. I see both the ripple effects and the blunt impact that mass incarceration has on patients' lives. I meet pregnant people who can't access health insurance because criminal records have locked them out of the formal and competitive job market. I work with mothers who are struggling to make ends meet because their partner or co-parent is incarcerated and they are now the only financial provider for their family. I know women who come home from prison and stay with abusive partners because their only other option is to sleep on the street, where they would be even more vulnerable to violence. And I have learned that people navigating the trappings and dead ends of mass incarceration are some of the most resourceful, creative, and resilient among us. I think we can all agree that we want to reduce violence and crime in Pennsylvania to build healthy communities and families. I do not believe that this risk assessment tool will lead us to that path. I do not believe that people are high risk, but rather that systems have put people in risky situations with limited choices, and that these systems do not meet people's needs, see their humanity, or acknowledge everyone's capacity for growth. I am also a survivor of sexual assault. I understand the culture of violence that allowed my assault to happen extends beyond the criminal justice system. Prisons do not make me feel safe, and I do not believe prisons could have prevented the harm that I experienced. Our society has a much more nuanced reckoning to contend with regarding those things, one that begins with healing. I think that healing requires us to process our collective trauma and dig into the root causes of interpersonal conflict. I worry that we are moving further away from that and instead falling deeper into a punitive model of good versus bad or high versus low risk. These labels are based on data that are filled with stereotypes and biases. I want a justice system that doesn't reduce people, real people with strengths, challenges, pain, and dreams, to a single action or mistake. I want to see Pennsylvania step up as a leader in criminal justice reform. If we accept this harmful and faulty tool, we work against everything that reform stands for. The premise of criminal justice reform is the belief that people and systems can change and improve. I believe that people and systems can change and improve, and I'd like to ask, don't you? Thank you.
Thank you.